As we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day.
I don't think good-looking guys can ever be considered creepy.
Yeah, that's
no
very
matter
true.
what they kind of do.
Let's start with that one first. A girl online might say if he's not 6 feet, he's cooked. But the reality is, all my 5'9", 5'8" hoopers, all my 5'8" guys, they know in real life that's not the case. The height pill is only existent online. In their head, they think the 5'9" guys are 6 feet. And the 5'9" guys, can you blame them? We have image of guys lying about their height.
Okay, it's a safe place.
Do not tell nobody.
You height boosted?
Yep. I dropped down pretty far.
You're putting insoles. There's even a 6'8" guy.
As a 6'6" man, I'm still wearing height inserts when I go to the bar, plus Air Maxes. So basically, I'm trying to fraud 6'9" minimum.
A 6'8" guy adding 3-inch insoles. It's become a common thing to LARP about your height, the bare minimum. So if we're gonna base this off of reality, like you're actually short, you're just not like online short. It's a difference. Being online short versus actually short is two different things. Online, if you say you're 5'9", you're short, but in real life, if you see the girl you want, you're towering above her. So if we're going with being short, let's not play games here. If we're being realistic, you are going to be repelled max, but as long as you get some money, for guidelines it's this, but I'm going to give you some cope here. Next up, we have the baby face. You know what they say now in 2027 or 2026, they say now if you have a baby face, you have to debloat.
I'm located in Dallas, Texas. When are you going to debloat? When am I going to debloat?
Heard from the horse's mouth, you have to debloat, otherwise you're apparently cooked. So, baby face, we're going to put this at, are you necessarily repelled max though? If you have a good eye area, good eyebrows, you can get away with having a baby face. Or you can still get bitches with having a baby face. Even though it's not ideal, it just depends on how the fat sits on your face. So, you can get away with it. Next up is bad posture. Now, we just talked about AP max. There's no way in hell you're 5'3" and a half and you have bad posture. That shouldn't be possible. Especially if you know how important tall height is in 2026. So, if you're short and you have bad posture, we can only assume you don't want to get bitches. I mean, you don't want to have a presence. You have a weak frame. You don't care. And just for that, we have to just put you for save. I mean, I'm not going to say the word because you already know what it is. I mean, I hate this word. I mean, we know in 2026 this is a big thing. But if you have bad posture, it's just something you can fix too. You're repelled max. But don't piss me off and say you're short and you don't care about your posture. Max out every category in your life. You don't have a choice, bro. If you're pushing 5'3" and a half, you could really be 5'5" and a half. Put on some insoles. Now you're 5'7" and a half. Now you're height mogging the girl you want. But if you're cutting yourself short, click off the video, bro. We're here to become the best versions of ourselves. And you're here not caring. Why are you on this video, bro? You're trying to ascend, right? Next up, we have being bald. Now, if we're being quite frank, this is actually, you're cooked if you're under the age of, 25? The moment you get bald, let's not play games here. The moment you get bald, unless you don't have a beard to pair with it, they're going to ask you, shut up, baldy. Like, they're going to smack your head, bro. We know women love to do shit tests. This is why this list is super important. If you're not aware of all the possible things she can shit test you about, when she first says it, you're going to kind of be emotional. You're going to kind of have multiple cortisol spikes. So, if you're bald and you're young, you are cooked, bro. Let's not play games here. You're bald. That's one of the first things girls say when they're mad at you. Oh my god, he's bald, short, and short. That's their go-to. So if you are bald, hop on some minoxidil, do whatever you can, man, because you're already. If you do want the girls that are young, they're not going to take you serious with a bald head. Do you know any guy under the age of 25 who pulls while being bald? Give me one person. You can't. Next up, we have big ears. This was interesting because you can get away with it if you cover it up. If you have a lot of hair, you can cover up the big ears. We do have some people who got some surgery for it. You don't need surgery for big ears, bro. You don't need surgery. We're not here to judge. We're here to help people become the best versions of themselves. So if you do have big ears, bro, you can get away with it. Don't go and hop on the surgery table, bro. You don't need that shit. Next up, bad acne. Now, it depends on how severe, right? Especially if you're young, bad acne is not that bad. We're gonna put this at repelled max, given the fact that once you have bad acne, you have a face only a mother could love, and it's definitely not irrelevant, and you can get away with it, but it really depends how bad is the acne. Do you have a couple of zits, or is your whole face like pepperoni and pizza? I don't know. That joke didn't land. So just because we know how important, you know how good you look with the clean, glowy skin, put your face on with the filter with clear skin, you're a whole new person. So we have to just say you're Repel Max. Next up, we have big noses. Now here, you're gonna probably think, oh my god, he has a yam on his face, but don't be fooled by the internet propaganda, bro. If you have a big nose and it makes sense on your face, girls will make an excuse for you.
He has a big nose. Where?
Girls will make an excuse for you. They'll say, you know what they say about big noses? That means he's packing downstairs. So we're gonna put big noses at irrelevant. Now online, if you do make content, they will call you Dr. Yam.
Oh! Shit! Jesus is Lord! This nigga got a legendary double barrel on his shit. God damn it!
But you're not necessarily cooked. Especially if it's a girl that likes you, that won't be the last straw for her. Oh, he has a big nose. They'll make excuses for you. So if your nose is big, bro, it's okay. Ideally, what you probably want to know is that probably fits your face better. It wouldn't hurt. But don't count yourself out because you have a big nose. Next up, we have bug eyes. Now, I know you're probably thinking, bro, what does this even mean? You don't have a brow ridge. Now, you can easily tell if you have one just based off your side profile. If your eyes are protruding, you can also still get away with it. Only because if you pair this with good eyebrows, you can kind of fraud having a good eye area. So if you have protruding bug eyes, but you have good eyebrows and eyelashes, you can still hoop, bro. You can still put the ball in the hoop and get the girl you want. But ideally, you want to have some forward growth. I mean, if you're in your puberty, start mewing, start doing all your tactics. Next up, we have having no eyebrows. Now, I'm not going to play games here. This is not even a joke. If you don't have eyebrows or dark, bro, hop on some castor oil. You need contrast on your face. If you have pale eyebrows, unfortunately, you're going to look kind of effeminate. You're going to look kind of like a girl in the sense of when you do get angry, we can't really tell, bro. So if you have pale eyebrows, okay, kind of repellent. But this is not something you can get away with because having good eyebrows, it commands attention towards your eye area. It shows bold strikingness. Have you lost the plot? Kind of. Next, what? Gooning. Now, clearly, if you goon, bro, the girls know they like you. But honestly, if you really think about it, right, if you goon, right, you're kind of nonchalant. You don't care. You don't have any cortisol spikes. And that's exactly what someone who needs help would say. Now, if you do goon, I know this is not necessarily a physical trait, but you are doing a physical activity. If you do goon, if you do rub your shit, now, maybe when you're young, you can probably get away with it. You're in middle school, you can't get the girl you want. You don't want to get the girl pregnant. Okay, but if you're pushing 20, 18, 21, still gooning, still releasing to the girls that don't really want you, you're probably cooked. I'm not going to spend too much time on this topic. It's kind of common sense. Next up is having no facial hair. Now, the only people who can get away with this, honestly, I'm talking about no beard, no mustache. You have to have strong, high bone mass. This is a non-negotiable. But most people don't have that. So if we're speaking for the general topic, we're going to say, no facial hair. No mustache, no goatee. The girl probably won't even notice until she has to find something to roast you about. So, assuming that you don't have any, if you look good, bro, we're going to put this at irrelevant. I mean, you don't have to have a beard. The beard is just a cover up for having a weak jaw, if we're being real. So, don't think, bro, I don't have any no facial hair. Actually, be proud, my guy. If you don't have any facial hair, you don't have to worry about shaving or... In fact, if you're like 19 with no facial hair, You might be a late bloomer. You might be able to get a couple of 2 or 3 inches. So be happy you don't have any facial hair. As long as your face card is good, you don't need this to get the girl you want. They don't really care if you have facial hair. All they care about is when they look at you, do they get butterflies? And it's not because of fucking facial hair. I mean, look at all the models. They don't need facial hair to look good. In fact, all facial hair does is just hide your bone structure anyways. Next up, we have having a weak jaw. Now, we know a couple celebrities with a weak jaw. We know a couple people who use beards to cover up their weak jaw. I'm honestly, at this point in this video, I'm getting bored of this video. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting bored of this video because if you have a weak jaw, it's not over. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys know my page, I know I've been yapping on this shit. If you guys know our page, we know that yes, looks play a part, but it's not everything. You can still get a girl you want with having a weak jaw. Look at Jimmy Weeks. His jaw isn't necessarily weak, but it's kind of recessed here. I don't know. Regardless, weak jaw or not, yes, they can hate you or love you, but it's not the final straw. So this might be the shortest tier list I've ever done because I'm gonna speed run through this shit. Weak jaw, irrelevant, bro. A long head, tall. You do have a tall skull. Automatically, girls will think you're tall automatically. So if you have a long head with hollow cheeks and the good cheekbones, you're a hooper. In anything, you'd rather have a longer head than a wide head. I mean, otherwise they'll think you're bloated even though you're not. Wide head irrelevant. I'm gonna be real, bro. Bad teeth, repelled max. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time. Now smile lines. This one is kind of tricky, right? Immediately, these smile lines, they age you. If you have like it really depends, and that's why this video is gonna be super short, bro. If you have smile lines, you're not cooked. You can still get a girl you want. Now, if you have a small meat, bro, already get the pump. If you have a small meat, bro, get the pump. This is a non-negotiable. This is the one thing out of all things. I don't care what anyone says, bro. If you have boyfriend meat, you have the perfect size for me. Unfortunately, she won't really respect you. Like you can have the big talk. You can make her come. You can do all the right things, but bro, if you're not packing at least, I'm being generous here, at least 5.5 inches. If you're not at least average size, bro, get the pump. I'm going to do a worm maxing or a de-maxing video soon enough. But this is a non-negotiable. Now, do you need surgery? No. Do you need a pump? Yes. Do you need to gel? Yes. How do I know these terms? That doesn't matter. What do matter is the girl's going to see your shit, bro. And don't think, well, if I gesture max or if I make her laugh, she'll not think of it. Bro, if she's not a virgin, she will be comparing you to her other bodies. Do you have to have a long ass meat? No. But you have to have at least the average 5.5 inches. Otherwise, you're cooked. Next up, we have narrow clavicles. I mean, irrelevant, bro. If your face is going to look good, if she finds you attractive, yes, your frame, you're not cooked if you have narrow clavicles. Now, ideally, does it look good? Yes. Yes. If you have wide clavicles, they will love you. Yes. But is it going to make or break you putting your ball? Is it going to make or break her liking you? No, bro. The first thing a girl sees from afar is probably your jaw and your height. I mean, that's the only thing. Your narrow clavicles, they will see subconsciously. They're going to see how your physique is. But as far as getting the girl you want, the major thing is your face. So your body and your frame, it's not irrelevant. You can get away with it. Honestly, I'm kind of crazy. You can get away with all of these. Hold on. Big noses, no facial hair. Yeah, I guess, my guy. Receding hairline. This is one thing you really can't get away with, bro, because that's the first thing they talk about.
I had a man approach me today and say, hey, can I tell you something and promise that you won't be offended? And I told him, yeah. I mean, men with receding hairlines could never say anything offensive to me. What's on your mind?
They either talk about your hairline, you being bald, or you being short. If your hairline is receding, go ahead and get some dreads. Get some middle part dreads. Cover up the Norwood 2 or the Norwood 3 or Norwood 8. I don't care. But if you're receding in your hairline and you think, I gotta shave it all off, or you're cooked. The moment you go bald, you age about 15 or 20 years, bro. So if you have a receding hairline, repel max. Next up, we have male pattern baldness. Now, let's not play games here. Small feet, girls don't really care, bro. Do you look good? Do you spike her emotions? Does she think about you when you're not there? Are you charismatic? Does she see you with other women? These are the major things that actually move the needle. You can have all of these. If you're 6 feet with all of these, and bro, if you're 6'5" and you have a weak jaw, a big nose, baby fat, big ears, even bug eyes. If you're 6'4", 6'5", and you know how to talk to girls, this won't matter.
If I'm dating a tall man and he's ugly, mind your business, because I'm not looking at that man's face. His height is distracting me from what's going on up there.
All they'll say is, but he's 6'5" though. But he's 6'7" though. But when I look up to him, he's so masculine. They'll even call you medium ugly. So this list is kind of coke because yes, you might repel the girl, but does it matter if you still crack? A girl might say, you have a baby face, but I still cracked. You have big ears, but I still cracked. You have bug eyes. Like, bro, you're a gooner, but I still cracked. So initially when she first sees you, you might be cooked, but as long as you're able to woo her over, as long as you're able to seduce her, at the end of the day, does it really matter? But assuming that you can't get the girl you want, assuming that you don't know how to text her, when her friend asks you, what's so funny on your phone? It's because you're saying all the jokes, you're spiking her emotions, you're spamming emotional roller coasters, you are spiking, she thinks about you when you're not here. And you could have the best face card on earth. If you don't know how to play with her emotionally, bro, after 2 or 3 months, she's gonna forget. Or not even forget, but use your looks to your advantage, bro. You might see this list and think, bro, I might have to save for surgery, bro. No, you don't, bro. You don't. Stop this cope. Get in the gym. AP max. If you're 5'6", 2 inches from AP maxing, smack on some insoles. We've seen everyone cope here saying, hey, I'm 5'8", but I'm 6 feet in the clubs. Everyone is frauding, bro. Join the club or get left out, bro. So that's the video. Check out the cookbook for how to text your girl on Instagram. Man, let's hoop. Let's do this shit.